What's good, everybody? How we feeling?
Sure.
Yo. What up, everybody?
What's good, peeps? This is episode 57 of the Streamer's Paradise podcast. I'm Hazeyy. We got Clutch and Bo. What's good, peeps?
Same old shit, same old shit.
Same old shite.
Shit, yeah, man.
Tired.
That's why I was.
Tired.
Oh, I was tired. It's funny. I was actually like telling somebody this like 2 days ago. It was like, people was like, "How you doing?" And I'm like, same old, same old. And God, it's like, no, like same old is fucking good, dude. Like 37 with 2 kids. I don't need like most of the major changes at this point probably can't be positive, right? So same old is good for me.
Yeah, I can agree. I like when my schedule and routine are the same. I get cranky when it's not.
Yeah, it's like, I don't like. You have a creature of habit, man. Like I don't like changes.
So what do you got here? I got Dingo Dave with 28 months. Treble with 9 months. Big C, Deer Hunter, with 2 months. Thank you guys. I appreciate you all. Yo, I got a funny story. This shit was crazy actually the other day. I'm sitting in the. I had to take my little girl. I should probably go get her just so I can like show you. Well, you guys have seen the girl before. She's tiny. She's like 7 pounds, right? She's not a big girl at all. I had to take her to the vet, so to get her nails clipped, and then she had like some kind of comprehensive exam where they give her some like Bordetella shot and do blood work. So I had to bring her to the vet, and while I'm there, she says that. All right, hold on a second.
Now you have to spin the graph. But you never mind.
It's like I should get it. I don't gotta get it. I should get it. I'll be fine. All right, I'm gonna get it.
Everybody.
Funny guy. He's probably chasing her around the kitchen right now.
I think for the most part they talk to Hazeyy. They love Hazeyy.
Seems.
Maybe.
All right, so this is my girl. This is my little girl right now.
Yeah, me too, Pete. I just didn't want to say it.
Right? Yo, Carnage City. Yo, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Yeah. So I'm at the vet, right? This sweet little innocent thing, 7 pounds, right? I'm sitting there, and I don't know what my wife would say it is, but I talk to everyone, right? Like when I'm out in public and there's people around, I start conversations with everybody, and I just talk shit. I'll tell them what we're doing there. I'll tell them about the dog. My wife's always like kicking me, like, you talk too fucking much. You know what I mean? Like, shut the fuck up. Let's get away from these people. Right? So I was alone though, so I was just killing time. I ignore everyone. He goes around making friends. Yeah. so this was this older couple. They were like probably 65 or older, right? And they had the biggest dog I've ever seen in my life. He was 155 pounds. It was a Great Dane. And the dog was genuinely a horse, right? He came right up to me, and I was sitting down on this like bench, and he was face to face with me. I was sitting down on like a normal bench, face to face, and he was the sweetest dog ever, right?
My wife wants one.
Just wanted to love, right? So sweet. And they're talking to me about him and how this is their second one and they're addicting. And I'm like, he's so cool. Oh my goodness. I would love a big dog. And I say to them, I'm actually on the other end of the spectrum right now. I've had pit bulls and retrievers and stuff my whole life, but I have chihuahuas right now. And you see the way she's sitting on me all tight up like this, just laying down comfy. They brought her out to me, and she sat on my lap, I was still talking to them and they wanted to see her. They're like, is she friendly? I'm like, oh yeah, she's great. She's fine. So I had her on my lap. Just like this, right?
Mhm.
And she can't go anywhere, right? Like I'm on a bench, she's on my lap, and I'm holding her basically. This Great Dane, very nicely tail wagging, all that stuff, just comes right over to her and gets within maybe that far, right? Just super nice, putting his face. His face is the size of her whole body, right?
Oh my god.
She, without warning, with no growling, no barking, no nothing, bit this fucking dog right on his face, right on his nose. And he fucking... right? Fucking...
Oh shit. Damn.
I just picture
I
this
have-
dog like
I have-
swatting a fly.
I have never in my life been so embarrassed.
You literally just said it too. Like, she's so protected. She's fine. Yo, but that's like
We can't hear you if he's talking. I need a mic like him.
No, I wasn't talking. I'm just showing you her little
Oh, okay.
face.
That's how Chihuahuas are, though. They're protective in that way. They think
Bro, they're some of the most
all
like
the time.
aggressive dogs.
somebody gets
They just can't really like. They just can't do much like a big dog can. But they are. I hear they get fairly defensive and like fairly territorial.
We have a
That's
biter. Like, we officially have a biter. The next time somebody says to me, is she good? Does she bite or whatever? I'm going to have to say, yes, a little bit. She bites. She bit this
Little
fucking...
bites, so little tiny bites.
So he wasn't even mad or nothing. He was like, hey, what the fuck? Like, if you would have seen, I can't pretend to be the dog well enough to like make it as funny as it was, but when he was walking backwards, you ever seen one of those ferrets like walk backwards real quick when they get excited? Have you ever seen that?
No, but the way I'm picturing it is just like when a bug flies in your face, you kind of just. What the fuck is that?
That's exactly what it was like. He was like, what the fuck? I have never been more embarrassed and wanted to laugh all in the same exact moment. They were super cool about it. They thought it was funny too. But oh my God, I was so embarrassed. That little shit.
She made you look like a liar, bro.
You'd have needed a no. She was. Thank you guys so much for the hype train. Thank you so much. The girl could have been riding the dog. Oh, easily. She could have been on top of that dog and chilling. But she was having no part of it. And I don't know if it was because she had nowhere to go or if she was on my lap. I don't know what it was. But I've never seen her behave like that. I've never once seen her behave that way. I was genuinely embarrassed.
Yeah, not for nothing. You sound like every pit bull owner that I know.
Is she genuinely around like any other dog or the Nacio? Or
Well, she's always fucking Nacio up, so I should probably have known better. You know what I mean? But like, we just think that it's like them having fun, you know? Like,
that's what I heard with dogs. Like they like to play that aggressive style too, you know? Oh, but that's funny. Oh man.
dude, here the story goes on. So in that time period, I'm telling them that I'm having a baby, and the lady gets super excited and says, "Oh goodness, stay here." Right? And she comes back and she's got this beautiful knitted hat for a little girl that she gave me. And like they friended me on Facebook, so I come home and I show the picture of the dog, right? To fucking this giant horse dog that fucking oh my God, she's so bad. She's so bad, man. I was mortified. I could not believe it.
So funny.
It was fucked
I
up.
actually think it's funny because the big dog is probably like at heart is what the fuck was that?
Yeah, no, genuinely concerned. He was like, "What did I do, dude? Like, this is fucking stupid. Like, I wasn't here for this shit.
My wife wants one of those.
She might be ready to be a big sister. It's very
And I don't
possible.
want this shit.
So I wanted to talk about a couple of different things tonight, and it all kind of revolves around TV and movies and shit. I do want to set a schedule. I don't know do you think that we would need 2 hours to do a rundown of the first episode again? Do you think that we would need 2 hours to do that?
No.
I don't think so. I think we should be able to break it down.
All right, well, we got to plan to do that again, an update. But movies and TV and shit. So they're making another. Remember when we were going over all the serial killer bits because they remade Dahmer? Remember when they remade Dahmer? We did a couple episodes of the podcast talking about.
We did Dahmer. We did. What else did we do? We talked about a couple.
Yeah, no, we talked about a bunch of serial killers.
Yeah.
I found out something interesting the other day because I was watching some documentaries about this guy who had been wrongfully convicted and went to prison for like 20 years. And when he was in prison, his crime that he was convicted of was so heinous that the guards abused him. And like, I guess it got twisted. And anyway, this guy was in prison with the individual that was the inspiration behind Buffalo Bill. Do you guys know about that movie, Silence of the Lambs?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the movie, you have never seen any of the Silence of the Lambs, Clutch?
No, I don't recall.
So there's Red Dragon, there's Hannibal, Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal Rising. There's a bunch of them, and they all are in order. So like in timeline order, it's like Hannibal Rising, then I think it's Red Dragon, Silence of the Lambs, and then Hannibal. But they're all based around a doctor who was a psychotherapist, right? And he was a cannibal serial killer, right? And the premise of the movies is that he's such a smart guy and he's had so many different crazy patients that he can help solve these like weird sadistic crimes that come up, right? So that's essentially what the thing is. Him in a jail cell in one, and he's helping an FBI. Another one, he's escaped. Another one, he's a young person, right? All great movies. So in the first movie that came out was The Silence of the Lambs. It came out in 1990. There's a character in that movie called Buffalo Bill, right?
That's the only one that I've seen, by the way.
That's the only one you've seen? Okay. So
Yeah.
Buffalo Bill terrified me. That movie terrified me when I was a kid.
That was some weird shit.
It was. At that time, seeing it when you were a
Yeah.
kid, man, like the subtleties of that movie was kind of like Dracula, right? Old school horror movies like Dracula and Psycho, there wasn't blood everywhere, right? It was just more to your imagination. Like you saw this was happening, then you saw a shadow, whatever it was, right? So apparently this guy was in jail with the individual that Buffalo Bill was inspired from. And his name was Gary Heidnick. Now, the whole thing about Buffalo Bill was he had a hole in his basement floor. And he would put girls down there, and he would tell them to put lotion on its skin. Exactly. It puts the lotions on its skin, or else it gets the hose again. Right? That was the whole thing. Now, the reason why was because he was making a suit out of those girls' skin. And he wanted these girls' skin to be nice and soft before he gutted them up and made his little, his suit. So this guy's name is Gary Heidnick. And the actual crimes were similar, but not quite as extravagant as the way Buffalo Bill did it. So in that movie, Buffalo Bill has music blaring, right? Like fucking blaring at ungodly sounds, especially that one song, Goodbye Horses, the famous song where he does the tuck and he's all like,
he's like
right?
dancing and shit. Yeah.
So apparently that was true. Gary Heidnick would blast music to keep the screams muffled. But the hole wasn't quite as deep as they're making it seem. It was only a couple of feet deep, right? And then he would put a piece of plywood over it, and Then he had other girls in his house that he had kidnapped. So Gary Heidnik kidnapped 6 girls. He killed 2. One of the girls died, and when she died, I guess one of the other 4 girls that were there at the time was talking about how they would eat dog food because they're so hungry. So this fucking guy chopped up the girl and fed it to these women. So he didn't necessarily eat the woman himself and was a cannibal like Hannibal Lecter was, right? Because they took this guy and made all of these things out of it. But this is real shit, man. Fucking Gary Heidnik kidnapped 6 women, killed 2 of them, cooked and fed this woman to the other captives in his house, which is fucking nuts to think about. And how come this guy's not super famous like Ted Bundy and John Wayne Gacy, right? Because that is fucking crazy, right? How do we get on this topic? This was the topic: movies, and crazy shit. So,
movies, TV shows, and more fucking serial killer shit.
Yeah. So, would you do me? Yeah. Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. He did it in a deep voice too. Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. That's exactly what he did. That's exactly how he said it. And he looked at it. He was looking at himself in the mirror.
In the mirror,
yeah, it was really twisted. But that's
the
not...
actor, man, the actor that played him.
Right, he was a good dude.
I haven't seen this movie in like 20 years, and I can still remember this shit.
Silence
from the movie.
of the Lambs, you said, right?
Silence of the Lambs. But you have to watch all of them, and I would suggest watching them in timeline order just because you can. Right? Like, I would suggest not that one's better than, like, the obviously the best one is the original Silence of the Lambs. But the first one that you would watch would be a prequel, and that's not the original actor or nothing. It's some person giving you a background story. I would still watch it, though. You know what I mean? I would still watch it. Let me try and get this this clip up. Buffalo Bill scene. Wonder if they have that.
Put the song on. Just put the song on. It's enough.
Oh, just the song? It's enough, right?
Just enough, it's enough.
You can...
Okay, precious, time for a little treat.
Yeah, this is that scene where she's in the hole. Yeah, so this is Silence of the Lambs. This is one of the creepiest things I've ever seen in my life as a 10-year-old probably. Yeah, they do have a TV show. That's a tune as well, it is. So, yeah, that dog, man. Oh, definitely. I think I was probably 10. Listen, there it is. I'd fuck me. Would you fuck me?
Would you fuck me?
Jesus.
Would you fuck me?
All right, now I'll just let it play.
Would you fuck me?
Come on, take that bone. Come on. Come on. Come on.
I'd fuck me.
Come on.
I'd fuck me so.
So creepy. Yeah, it gives me the chills now, even thinking about it. But fucking. I mean, that's not even remotely the twisted part. It's so that's the thing. It is very real. Like, that is essentially what these fucking people are doing, and I didn't realize how many of these people there actually were. So I started doing a little bit more research since Gary Heidnik, I had never heard of him. And this fucking guy is one of the most prolific serial killer murderers ever, right? And inspiring a movie like this. I did not know that he was real. I had no fucking clue. So I start looking, and then there's all kinds. There's this guy named Ed Kemper, right? Ed Kemper, who at 15 years old killed his fucking paternal grandparents, right? Killed his paternal grandparents, went to jail, got paroled, then got out, right? Killed his parents and his other grandparents. Yeah.
Like a while.
Right? Then went on the run or some shit. I don't know exactly how. I have to do more looking into it. But then became the sorority killer, where he was killing fucking college women.
Sure.
So I never heard about this guy. I never heard about that guy either. I don't know how they pick and choose whose crimes are crazy enough to
Who gets to be famous and who doesn't?
yeah, who gets to be famous and who doesn't. But there was a massive amount of serial killers that I had never heard of that inspired massive movies and so like Otis Toole, right? Otis Toole died in 1996. He's convicted of 6 murders. He recanted his things after the fact, but he received a death sentence. They were commuted to life in prison. He died from cirrhosis at 49. First-degree murder, 6 counts, and arson. 2 deaths plus 4 life sentences from 1961 to 1983. Like, what?
Sheesh.
Henry Lee Lucas.
I
Oh,
feel like
I
it's
know
so much
about this
harder
guy.
to get away with shit like this nowadays.
So
Too
this,
much.
yo, now
Yeah,
it'd be
technology.
very hard. Henry Lee
Yeah.
Lucas was somebody who confirmed, I mean, who was saying that he killed a bunch of people. Like, he was somebody who was taking confession, like saying, "Oh yeah, I killed this woman because these officials were bringing him milkshakes and shit." That's a rabbit hole in itself, right? Yeah. Which one do you guys talking about? Henry Lee Lucas?
I haven't heard of him.
Me either. I feel
Dude,
so
there's
curious.
so many. David Berkowitz, Charles Negg, Harold Shipman, Dennis Rader, H.H. Holmes, Peter Curtin, Paul DeRossi, Carl Eugene
Somebody
Watts.
mentioned H.H. Holmes in chat before.
Yeah, Ragnarok. Dude, there is so many. So they're going to make another. Also, think about this. The Zodiac Killer was never caught. That's true. That is true. The Zodiac Killer was never caught. There's a lot of people who get killed and the murder is never.
Yeah, a lot of the serial there's like supposedly there's like a lot of serial killers out there that we don't know about that have never been caught because they don't want you to like know that they know about them. But
Right.
I remember taking like criminal justice classes in college, and they would tell us about some of this shit because as fucked up in the head as these people are, like they're very smart and they don't usually get caught.
So Henry Lee Lucas was he was convicted of murdering his mother in 1960 and then 2 others in 1983, but he rose to infamy while incarcerated for falsely confessing to approximately 600 other murders. 600. So
Sheesh. Oh my god.
my mom was with a lady who killed like 15 plus people. That's fucking nuts. That is fucking nuts. Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. is in that movie. Yeah, I saw that movie. That's an older movie now. That came out in like 2005 or something.
Zodiac. Why does that sound familiar?
Zodiac? It's a good movie. More so
I don't
than...
remember. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Ever seen what? The Zodiac
heard.
movie?
Zodiac? Yeah, or heard of the Zodiac Killer. Thanks.
Never even heard of the Zodiac Killer, huh?
I don't know. Think so.
I'm off.
How? Wait, when? What's the time frame?
Of the Zodiac Killer?
Yeah.
I think it was in the 80s, right?
Which Resident Evil?
60s.
Yeah, no.
Late 60s. Although the Zodiac's killer ceased writing communications in 1974, the unusual nature of the case led to international interest that has been sustained throughout the years. They marked the case inactive in 2004, but it was 68 to 74.
That was a good movie, Carnage, the Nightcrawler movie. It's kind of weird.
Wait, what was that movie? The Nightcrawler?
He played. Who was he? He was like a weird Spider-Man. He was like a weird reporter.
Yeah, but what's
If I remember correctly.
what's it about? Psychological thriller film directed and written by Dan Glory.
It's been a while since
A
I've seen it,
stringer
but I
who
remember
records
seeing
violent events late at night in Los Angeles and sells the footage to local TV stations. Surrounding the stringer profession, he wrote Lou as an anti-hero based on the ideas of unemployment camp. General played a pivotal role in the film's production. Petty thief is caught stealing while driving home, crashes the car. It's a huge plot. I don't want to see this giant plot. It's like fucking. It's not the back of a movie.
It was a good movie, but I mean, it was a good movie, partially because Jake Gyllenhaal is a really good actor, or at least I think he is. But that's another debate. But it was a interesting movie. Jake Gyllenhaal.
No, the guy who played Venom is Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal was in that boxing movie that I
Southpaw.
think I saw on Netflix.
Southpaw.
There you go. That was a pretty good movie.
He was in Brokeback Mountain too, right?
Ed Gein, yeah, was the inspiration for the Norman Bates one. Yeah, Ed Gein was no joke either. He also was partially responsible for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The Western is Lawless, right? It's fucking
No,
damn
Brokeback
good.
Mountain.
Damn good. No. I think he's talking about Tom Hardy.
I think I was talking to Choppa.
Oh, yeah, I was. He said he was in one of his favorite Westerns. I'm thinking Lawless. Oh, it is Brokeback Mountain? You're talking about Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yes.
Gotcha. Well, moving right along. Donnie Darko, yeah, that was a good movie. I love Donnie Darko. But there was a ton of fucking these serial killers that I had no idea were inspiring some of these movies.
I need to watch all of these, man. I feel like I'm so off in this game.
On what?
Like
Serial killers
and shit like that. I guess.
I mean,
like,
what's the
90
purpose of
baby.
knowing it? Like,
I mean,
it
just
doesn't
the-
fucking help you at nothing. I got.
To me,
You know
it's
what
a
my
different,
wife
like,
says?
horror story.
My wife says that my head is full of Snapple facts. What the fuck does Snapple facts do for me besides fucking keep me on top of the leaderboard on family game night? I mean, for real.
It's
I
true.
feel like some movies are more scary than horror movies. I don't like horror movies like that no more, like how I used to, I guess. Like, I imagine those movies be a lot more scarier, you know?
What's
Because it's real.
like? Yeah, it was scary in a sense. It's like, wait a second, that could be my neighbor.
Yeah, people, man. Like, yeah, I guess.
I actually like that's what's scary too. I think Hazey, I think you brought it up like last week. There was this movie. I forgot the name of the movie too. I think it's like the old dude across the street was like molesting the daughter, like the girl, like the little girl across the street. Kind of like that kind of shit is like.
What movie you
unnerving.
talking about?
There's this. I can't remember the movie, dude, but it was like. I remember like he like had like would fucking. I'm trying to remember how it went. I think he ended up killing her. The movie was like it was like more of like her ghost telling the story. Like that's how the plot of the movie was.
Oh, that's a Wahlberg movie.
I just can't remember what the fuck it was.
Yeah.
I've seen it like once
At the end,
or twice.
that he actually killed her or something like that.
Yeah, you find out at the end that
think
she's
I
actually
remember
dead.
I think I remember.
Oh,
something like that.
no. You're talking about the Momoa movie then. Jason Momoa.
No. I think it's an older movie than that. Since he's been around.
It's either
like. Man, it might be Lovely Bones. Yeah,
that's
actually
the
sounds
Wahlberg
familiar.
one. And then
Look-
what
look
is
it
the
up real quick.
fucking what is the Momoa one called? Beautiful Girl or something?
Yeah, it's the Lovely Bones. That's what it is.
That's the
'Cause I
Wahlberg one?
recognized- that's what I was talking about from 2009.
Is it with Mark Wahlberg?
We're looking at it up.
Wait, Jeepers Creeper was real? Ragnarok, Dennis debut.
It's the fucking movie, actors.
Dennis DePuy murdered his wife, Marilyn, in 1990, and most people think it's the inspiration for the 2001 movie. No,
Yeah, it is. It is Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg.
no, it wasn't in Lighthouse. That was a fiction book from what I remember. What, the Momoa one? Hold on, let me see what the Momoa movie was. Because he played one where you saw him with him and his daughter were like in the movie the whole time, but one of them was actually dead.
Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
I seen that one.
Sweet Girl. It's called Sweet Girl. Yeah, Sweet Girl, and he's got no movies coming out 2023.
Momoa?
Oh wait, hold on. Upcoming. Yeah. No. That's crazy. Trash. In Cold Blood is about a true story. So, Dennis DePuy. He looks like a sick fuck. Holy shit. There's gotta be something with this picture. There's no fucking way this was on their wall in the house. Get the fuck out of here. Look at them.
Hey, yo,
Some nice teeths.
he look like it could be Jeepers Creepers, yo. No lie.
I don't know if I can believe this.
It actually looks like the motherfucker from Men in Black.
The
Yeah.
alien.
Lurch?
The farmer dude that gets his body hijacked by a fucking killer beetle. A cockroach or whatever the fuck it was. So that it looks like.
So why do they think that he's some fucking flying... I don't understand. Edgar? Oh yeah, maybe Edgar.
That's the Jeepers Creepers shit, no? That truck?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm not totally sold on when shit starts to turn into like fucking people like morphing into weird shit. I don't think that we have that capability. You know what I mean? I don't think no matter how connected to the devil you might think you are, all that shit. I don't think that like
Oh,
what's that movie Split? Fucking
no.
where homie was like climbing on the wall because he was so evil.
Wasn't that multi-personality type of person, right?
Say it again.
Didn't he have like multiple personalities? That
Yes,
guy?
and Split that, yeah.
Okay. I think I know what you're talking about, yeah.
I would suggest Sweet Girl if you like Lovely Bones. Sweet Girl was pretty cool. It's not as like sensitive though. Is anybody watching a good show right now that's like riveting?
I watch this podcast once a week. It's pretty good. Streamer's Paradise.
Yeah, I figured that's where you were
Like
going,
you
you
guys
smart
were.
ass.
But I don't watch too much TV as of late. I was actually gonna go see Guardians of the Galaxy tonight, and then realized that I'm behind by like 7 to 10
Movies?
Marvel movies. Yeah. So I decided to opt out.
just went through the X-Files? Oh, man. I don't know if I could do the X-Files, bro. I think the X-Files is 290s. You know what I mean? 290s
No, I
for me.
haven't. I never like got into that. Just remember the music.
Yeah, the new Evil Dead is actually out right now. It is Evil Dead Rise. Yeah.
I heard it was good. Was it? I haven't.
I want to
I
see...
think my friend told me that.
I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy, I might watch it on... I mean, you gotta... How much shit you have to watch to know what's going on? Do you have to watch the TV stuff? Is that what they're
honestly, I
saying?
YouTube it. I mean, they all kind of correlate in a way, but
Shadow and
Yeah,
Bone.
so like you probably could go watch. Like I could have probably watched Marvel. Like the cool thing about Marvel is like you don't have to watch everything, but the more you watch, the more intertwined it all is.
yeah, they all connect in that certain way.
Yeah, I kind of want to watch all the movies. Like I do kind of want to catch up on the movies, but to watch all the TV shows, I'll be honest, is not going to happen.
What was the last Marvel thing you watched?
I can't remember. I definitely watched second Black Panther out of order because I wanted to see that.
Okay, not too far along.
Yeah, but like, and I wanted to see that more of because of Chadwick Boseman's passing. I wanted to see what they did with it. I was very interested to see, it always interests me to see what they do. Like I will definitely see Fast and the Furious as soon as possible because this is going to be the last one. And supposedly Paul Walker's brother is going to be playing some parts as Paul Walker. Like I want to see how they tie it off.
What does Groot look like?
They never like really tied it off. Like things like that interest me.
I haven't seen Ant-Man and the Quantumania. I still want to see that one because of King. I
haven't seen that.
He's a new Thanos supposedly.
Who is?
King. I think that's his name.
Oh, from Ant-Man. Okay.
Yo, they're getting rid of him. They're like...
no, I think the new, or like the character in general.
Well, Jonathan Majors has got
The
some issues surrounding his personal life recently. So you want to know what's crazy, man? Is that dude went from being a fairly unknown actor, like somebody who has just pretty much worked his whole life studying, exercising, trying to be like in the best shape and the best actor he could be, and then just exploded onto the scene. Like literally exploded onto the scene. He's supposed to be the new bad guy, the new thing for the next set of Marvel movies.
Yeah, he's a new Thanos. I think the next Avengers is Kang Dynasty.
It is, but I heard that they were dropping him. I heard they were dropping him for real. That's crazy, right?
Wow. I mean, maybe it's the actor they have to change out, right? I guess. Or?
Yeah. Livy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And I also would like to say thank you for the premium subscription that you hopped on as soon as you joined SP. That's incredible. Thank you.
So Clutch, I've seen all of the first 3 phases and some of the phase 4. Nothing. Phase 5 just started, so I've seen enough. Like I definitely didn't see Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I don't know how necessary that is, though.
Splice said it was one of the better movies there, too.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Splice was all about that
Eternals. I've never seen that one or Eternals.
Eternals, I heard, wasn't that good. I heard it was more of a bust.
And then Doctor Strange, and then I think I've seen No Way Home. They need to change up these Spider-Man names because I keep getting like Far From Home, No Way Home. What's the other one? Is the other one Almost Home? Or At Home?
Down the street from home?
Down the street, around the corner. No, I might not have seen No Way Home. I didn't see No Way Home because that's Doc Ock. Who's the villain in that one?
Big P, I want to watch that. I never saw those. And I heard those are good movies too.
Which ones?
A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place Part 2.
I don't think I've seen this.
That's what John. That's what I can't say his last name. Jim from The Office.
I wouldn't have to catch up because there's a new Captain America coming out that I wouldn't want to see. Oh, and I forgot they were going to do Blade.
Yeah, they're bringing everybody back.
They're doing White Men Can't Jump with fucking Jack Harlow.
Oh, I saw that preview too. That looks pretty funny.
It does actually.
I like it.
Wait, they're doing it. They're making a new one?
On Hulu.
Making
Pretty good.
a new one. Jack Harlow.
But I can't even lie. When it comes to TV and shit like that, I've been watching wrestling non-fucking stop recently. I really have. Non-fucking stop. It is annoying how it's annoying, man. It's annoying how they've pulled me back into this fucking shit after years of being completely not into it. It's got me again. It's fucking got me. I'm following the storyline, all that shit. It's crazy.
With everything, like all the companies are like,
No,
what's
Raw
your style
Raw
right
and SmackDown.
got it.
Just Raw and SmackDown. I'm not watching any NXT or anything, but I'm watching Raw and SmackDown, and I'm not watching like the whole 3-hour fucking. You know what I mean? Or was it 2 or 3 hours each episode? I just watch highlights.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm the same way basically.
And
Then I give you like insiders.
Right. But I really want to know how they're gonna handle this new tag team match, or not tag team match, the brawl that they have, the free for all shit for the new championship. It's gonna be of Raw guys and SmackDown guys. It's gonna be.
Who's gonna be the winner? Who's gonna take it?
I don't even think Cody Rhodes is in the running.
Nah,
They're not gonna give it
save
to
him for next year. Next year, WrestleMania, they'll get the title. I think they're saving. It
Well-
should be Seth Rollins to me.
Well, they're trying to get rid of Hulk Hogan's 4-year run as a champ in the 80s. That's
That
exactly
makes
what they're
sense.
doing, because he was the champ in the WWF from like 1984 to 88 or some shit. So I think they're trying to get rid of that 14,000 something record. But yeah, man, I've been going down a rabbit hole about Vince McMahon and all that shit, all the dark sides of wrestling, all that shit. But other TV shows that are out right now, what the fuck is out besides SmackDown and Raw and no, I'm not watching Stranger Things for the 57th time.
I know my wife watches like Love Is Blind or some shit like that. It's about all I know.
I think that's on Netflix too.
It is, yeah.
Who told me to watch? I think City was the one that told me to watch that. It was pretty interesting.
I can't get into those love shows though, man. They're not something that I enjoy.
That's
Yeah,
stupid
like
shit,
reality
dude.
shows.
I hate them. I'm excited for The Flash because we get Michael Keaton Batman.
This is the new movie, right?
Yeah, the new movie
Yeah,
with
the
the.
movie. Okay.
So you want to know what I do think is pretty cool though that they're gonna do with Marvel and DC? They're taking the guy that made Marvel so awesome and they're bringing him to DC.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
That's nice.
is that the guy that told like The Rock like "See you later, alligator"?
Yeah,
And Cavill.
and Cavill. Yep. I forget his name. Though.
I was
what the
actually
fuck's his
like
name?
excited to see Cavill. I actually kind of like, not that I felt bad because I had nothing to do with it, but it was like kind of shitty that he left the show he was doing to come be Superman, and then we're like, never mind. We're gonna go another direction, actually.
I don't think he left just because of Superman though.
I don't
Is it-
know personally, but it was really weird timing. If not,
It's Nick Gunn.
Michael Keaton's gonna play Batman. He said.
I believe he said that.
Again? He did play the Batman in like the 90s, right?
You didn't like how they were doing The Witcher? James Gunn. It's James Gunn and Peter Safran. Yeah. Yeah, but James Gunn was the guy that was currently doing them. Who's the guy from the Marvel Studios that's coming over? It is James Gunn? No, who is running things for DC now? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who's running things for DC? It was the guy from Marvel.
Were you saying that they're bringing Keaton back to Batman?
So no, yes, he's gonna be in the Flash. He's in the Flash.
Okay.
As Batman, as the
As
Batman.
Okay.
Yeah, the aged Batman that he would play, 30 years later. He's still in great shape. Liam Hemsworth does not fit the role.
He's in Spider-Man.
Oh, what?
He was, yeah. He's. I'm like 98% sure he was in the first new Spider-Man with Marvel. He was like the main,
he was the Falcon, the Vulture or whatever.
The Vulture, yeah. That's like the last thing I remember seeing him play.
So
but he was still like really good at it.
I can't figure out who the fuck what his name is, man. They got rid of Schneider and they brought in somebody else, and the same guy that they brought in was the dude that made Marvel so dope. So
just Google who made Marvel do.
Beats me.
I just can't I can't figure out who it is. James
But I'm
Gunn.
interested to see how it goes. Yeah, I heard Amber Heard's gonna be parts of Aquaman too.
I did hear that. I heard that
too.
She's in it. Because they had the footage. They just have to put it in. They probably couldn't make a good movie without her. She was in a lot of it apparently.
Does the name Kevin Feige sound familiar?
So he's the president of Marvel currently.
Yeah.
But he wasn't the president, I don't think. He was just some kind of producer, some kind of lead. I can't remember. I don't remember exactly what his name is. But who's leading the DC charge right now?
A very small part. Surprised you was even in it.
Yeah, James Gunn was the co-chairman. Gunn serves leadership creative head of the company November 22 to the president. So it is James Gunn. Yeah, James Gunn did Guardians of the Galaxy and all that shit. So James Gunn movies. Yeah, he did all the Guardians of the Galaxy, Suicide Squad. That was his first one with DC, because that's why they redid it, essentially. The Superman Legacy. Is this going to be a fucking... So wait a second. This is in pre-production. I don't know if it's going to be animated, though. It's got an animated cover. They're not going to do this whole fucking thing over again, are they? Are they really going to start this over? Oh, my God. All right. All right, hold on. Batgirl was canceled. DC Studios has 5 films scheduled. Shazam, which came out in March. Zachary Levi returns as the Boy Wonder, with Lucy Liu in it. The Flash in June 23. Despite stormy year, Ezra Miller is still set to reprise the speedster role in the multiverse tale. Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton are also back in black to play Batman. The Blue Beetle comes out in August 18th. Zolo Marduena is a teen with an alien spacesuit. Susan Sarandon will play the defense company, Nemesis. Aquaman comes out Christmas at the end of the year. I gotcha. That's why it's not showing up. And then the Joker comes out in October of 2024. It's a musical sequel with Lady Gaga. So those are the 5 DC films that are planned until 2024. So that's nothing to do with Suicide Squad. Future DC titles projects without release dates include The Peacemaker Season 2. James Gunn now co-chairs DC Studios with Peter Safran. Yeah. So it's likely he'll greenlight another season of his spin-off of The Suicide Squad. John Cena is in, and there's talk of Amanda Waller in the series as well. Well, also Amanda. So that's Viola Davis at the end of Black Adam. The Batman sequels and spin-offs are going to be, because they're doing a Penguin.
For 2025.
Matt Reeves was hired to direct a film trilogy. The Penguin is getting a thing, a movie or a show on HBO.
I think I had seen that. I think I've seen something. It's weird they can't bring DeVito.
The Staircase also has an Arkham Asylum spin-off from The Staircase. So there's going to be an Arkham Asylum spin-off as well. So are they going the route of like TV shows or something to fix this? And now for the titles we're hoping for. Okay. After his Black Adam surprise, Henry Cavill will soar as once more soar as Superman, and the long-promised Man of Steel sequel could happen. Mission Impossible mastermind Christopher McQuarrie might be in talks to write, but in time they will join you in the sun. So he's not done. J.J. Abrams also plans to produce a Black Superman film from writer. Wonder Woman 3 has been on the docket.
Appreciate the love, everybody. We back in here. Little minor difficulties, technical difficulties.
That was the Marvel Universe actually cutting us out for talking about DC.
Yo, for real.
Yeah, something.
Said too much DC talk, guys. Come on.
I get like spikes in my internet or something. I don't know what it is. Because you see how I didn't drop me out of the call. It didn't cut me out of anything. It just spiked my internet.
It was just the. I was actually gonna ask you because like I said before, I kept hearing the mic get like a little funky. I just didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to jinx it. But I did notice that your bit rate was going crazy.
Oh yeah, so it's a spike. It's a spike. It's all good. With like 10 minutes to spare, 5 minutes to spare, it's all right.
It's a wild 5 minutes here.
Set up for the next person just in case.
Yeah, I was hoping that he was live because I would have just went.
That's a crazy last 5 minutes here. I have my little kid running in here too. I don't even know why he's still awake.
I seen it happen. I'm like, no. Anyway,
It's crazy night. So,
All right.
where were we?
Yeah, man. DC movies. Get those. I'm looking forward to it. More of Avengers though, but
I think there's like a really good opportunity if they do it right. There's a really good opportunity.
I want to know if he's actually staying around as Henry Cavill says he will not return to Superman. It was 12/14/2022. But this was brand spanking new, and it says that he's possibly returning for the new one. So.
Well, it's interesting because as far as I remember, if I remember correctly, it was The Rock who wanted him to play Superman again. Right? Rock was supposed to lead this charge, and then I guess it was James Gunn told both of them like, "Nah, chill."
Something happened, but once again, he was in and then once again out. They have a 10-year plan for the DCU, the new two guys. But that's not enough time. It's not enough time, man. You got to think about it. We've been doing Iron Man and shit since 2007?
It's
2008? So what is that? 16 years.
Yeah, but 10 years is enough to at least like get a good groundwork in to know if it's going to work or not. it's worth paying them another 10 years or figuring out after that. You know, I'm sure Marvel didn't have this fucking 30-year plan. You know,
No, they definitely did. They have to have it laid out. They fucking did. This is where they fucked up. They had, and I've said this on this podcast before, they had it laid out with Christopher Nolan's world. They had the world already, right? You can introduce the multiverse and create a new Batman if Christian Bale doesn't want to come, right?
oh yeah, no, I'm saying I was saying Marvel. When the first Iron Man came out, I'm pretty sure they didn't have a 15-year plan.
They absolutely did.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they
with
have
the very first one.
Yeah, because these guys are signing 10 and 12 movie contracts. You can't sign a 10 and 12 movie contract if you're not going to
Yeah,
be
but
in at least
how
10
many?
years.
How many did Downey sign on? Like, what? I don't think it was 12, 10.
Oh
12,
yeah,
was
it was mad
I think
movies.
so. I don't think they plan like maybe going to TV shows, like branching out that way. That's like a whole nother lane in itself to me. But they all take into place. She-Hulk, I think, is one of the newer shows.
He was in 11 movies. 11 Marvel movies. Starting from
He coming back to Secret Wars, I'm calling it.
2019, 2007, so it was like 12 years, something like that. That's just him. And who knows how long before he was like filming, you know? How long did they sit on stuff?
But also, I'm saying, like, did like Downey's first contract include
It's
Endgame?
definitely at
You
least
know what I mean?
oh hell yeah. You think that when they started Iron Man, they didn't like they had it all lined up, intertwined and everything. So like you got to think if you're gonna create this.
I really don't think they did in the very first Iron Man, because the second movie to come out was Iron Man 2. Like, they didn't start coming out with other movies until after that.
The second one was Iron Man 2. I thought it was.
I'm pretty sure there was like
Come in
like
between.
I feel like there was like nothing in
Captain
between
America,
Iron Man
I
1 and
think
2.
Iron Man, then Hulk.
It's Captain America.
Yeah, I think it was Captain America first, then Iron Man. I think Hulk.
It wasn't. It was definitely Iron Man and then Hulk, then Iron Man 2, then Thor, then Captain America, then the Avengers. So the Avengers came out before Iron Man 3, before Hulk 2, but you're right. They had Iron Man 1 and 2, and then Thor, and then Captain America, and then the Avengers, where they introduced other characters.
Yeah, but it was 3 years in between. So Iron Man and Incredible Hulk were both in 2008, and if I remember correctly, that fucking Hulk wasn't this Hulk. That was
Right.
Edward Norton, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So what was the next one after that?
Oh, we gotta go.
2010 was Iron Man 2.
Yep. We do have to go, guys.
Oh, yep.
All right, catch you guys later.
To the next one,
All right.
guys.
Peace.